Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how I go from this to this. So I'm going to be showing you guys how I do my sew-ins, and I'm going to leave some hair out around the perimeter. The back I'm going to braid up, and that's just basically just my leave out, and the sides I'm going to braid up in the front and in the middle, and I'm going to leave all those areas out. As previously stated, I'm braiding up the back, and this is just going to be my leave out, but I'm going to braid it up to make it easier for me as I'm doing my hair. Okay, so I'm going to repeat the same steps on the side of my head, and this is just going to be braided down also, and this is also going to be my leave out. I'm going to repeat the same process on the other side, braid that down, and this is going to be my leave out also. So the back is already braided down, the two sides are braided down. Now I'm going to work on the front and then the middle, and those again are my leave outs. Okay, so for the top section, make sure that you're parting out just enough hair so you can be able to flat iron it at the end to cover up your tracks. Now that the middle is braided up for my leave out, I'm going to go ahead and proceed to the sides, and I'm going to braid those down, and those are also going to be a part of my leave out on the sides. Okay, so your sections don't have to look exactly like mine. They can be bigger, they can be smaller, just up to your preference, however much you want to take out to hide your tracks. Okay, now that I have my leave out braided down, I'm going to go ahead and just do my cornrows going straight back. And I'm going to show you guys now how I do my braid pattern. As I'm braiding, I will be grabbing the previous braid and connecting the two and braiding them together going down to give it that zigzag pattern in the back of the head. It should look like this. So in this section right here, I brought it up closer and I slowed it down, and you guys can see how I'm braiding it down, and I'm reaching for that previous braid and I'm trying to attach it as I'm comb rolling down. So since it's not long enough, I'm gonna braid further down until the braid is reachable so I can connect it. So see here, it's long enough down, so I'm going to connect that previous braid, and then I'm going to continue to braid it down. So that's how you connect your braids together to achieve this braid pattern. So here the braid pattern is done. This is what it should be looking like. The braids around the perimeter, and in the middle are my leave out. Okay, so the next day, it took me 2 days to achieve this look, but you're gonna go ahead and want to get your materials ready for the sew-in. And I'm just showing you guys here the packaging that it came in, and this is actually my collection. So these are my bundles, and the wig I actually have on now is from my collection, and I'm taking that off, and I'm gonna show you guys how I sew in my tracks. Okay, so before you actually sew it in, you want to take your track and just run it right across the nape of your head and just measure it out first. I didn't show it here, but once you measure it out, I do cut the tracks. So once I measured it out and found the exact length, I cut it right then and there. And then I'm just taking my needle and thread and I'm going to sew that track in. And then repeat the same process with your tracks going all the way up the head. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, do not sew on your braids that are supposed to be your leave out. So if you are going to sew in the back of your head, make sure that you sew on that braid above your leave out braid in the back. And then also for the sides, make sure that you're sewing on the braids behind that braid that you're trying to leave out. So basically just make sure that you don't sew on none of those braids, the back, the two sides, the one in the middle, and the two in the front that you're trying to leave out. Okay, once you're done, I'm just going to put the hair up, but you can see here what I stated before, that I didn't sew any tracks through none of my leave out. Now at the front of the hair, I'm going to take the track in the beginning and I'm just going to curve it just a little bit. So you always want to curve it instead of having it straight, going straight back, just to make sure that it's covering all your braids. Okay, so once you're done with your sewing, you're going to go ahead and take out all of your braids and then just straighten it, and this will be your leave out. For the styling part of this video, I'm just going to straighten everything. I'm going to take my hot comb, go ahead and straighten the tracks. Okay, so this is my finished look. I did the part down the middle and I added my baby hairs. So yeah, so we're done here. But make sure, if you guys are interested in my hair collection, make sure that you're following me on Instagram. I'm going to have that linked in the description box. And yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And see you in the next one.